Hello, nice to meet you again and welcome to Continuous of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station Headlines today. Regular session to evaluate the task in the first quarter and discuss the task program for the second quarter in 2021. Online conference to 9 districts and 83 communes was held on preliminary review of the preparation for National Assembly deputies election and deputies of People's Council at all levels. Cần Thơ Obstetrics and Gynecology Hospital held a seminar to mark the Social Work Day of Vietnam 2021. Top news. On the afternoon of March 25th, the Permanent Cần Thơ City Party Committee held regular session to evaluate the tasks in the first quarter and discuss the task program for the second quarter 2021.
In the first quarter of 2021, Cần Thơ City Party Committee and party committees at all levels focused on leading and directing the joyful, safe and economic celebration of Lunar New Year 2021 while ensuring COVID-19 prevention and control throughout the holiday. The party committee admitted 504 party members within the water, or 31.5% of the plan, while implementing the internal political protection test. The city's economy continues to develop stably, with increases in some sectors and discipline. Industrial production index increased by 1.69% year-on-year. The city welcomed 800,000 visitors, or 30% of plan, decreasing by 39.9% year-on-year, focused on building new star rural area with the target of 4 advanced new star rural communes and 1 typical new star rural commune in 2021. Attracted domestic investment with 111 projects worth 117 trillion Vietnam dong under construction in the city. The delegates discussed the reason behind the achievements as well as the shortcomings that need to be overcome in the future. The core contents for work in the second quarter, including the implementation of Resolution Number 59 and QTW of the Politburo on developing Cần Thơ City to 2030, Vision to 2045. The resolutions of the 13th National Party Congress and of the 14th Congress of Cần Thơ City Party Committee were also disseminated.
On the morning of March 25th, the Election Committee at Cần Thơ City held online conference to 9 districts and 83 communes was held on preliminary review of the preparation for National Assembly deputies election and deputies of People's Council at all levels for the term 2021-2026. Attending in Cần Thơ City, Mr. Lê Quang Mạnh, member of the party's Central Executive Committee, come party secretary of Cần Thơ City, who is also head of Election Steering Committee. Mr. Phạm Văn Hiểu, standing vice secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, come chairman of the City People's Council. Mr. Trần Việt Trường, chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Committee, and members of Election Subcommittee. Currently, the People's Committees of Communes and Towns are making the list of voters, identifying polling stations, preparing and establishing an election team. It is expected that there are about 958 election teams in the city. Election committees at all levels have issued resolutions on fixing and announcing constituencies, the list of constituencies and the number of deputies to be elected in each constituency. To carefully receive dossiers of candidates for the 50th National Assembly and People's Council at all levels for the term 2021-2026. The consultation conference was conducted in accordance with the instructional process. Propaganda and dissemination of the election is interested in implemented in many forms and widely among colors, party members, and all classes of people. The situation of political security, social order and safety in the area has been maintained. The inspection and settlement of complaints and initiations are concerned. On March 24, Ninh Kiều District preliminary reviewed 3 years of allotting party secretary and chairman of People's Committee of the World, Ms. Trần Thị Xuân, deputy head of the organization board of Cần Thơ City Party Committee, came for attendance.
implementing Resolution number 18 of the 6th section of the 12-party Executive Committee on some issues relating to continuing innovating and arranging political organization to be lean and efficient, Ninh Kiều District Party Committee selected An Cư and the former An Lek wards to pilot one person holding double positions of the Secretary of the Ward Party Committee and Chairman of the Ward's People's Committee. In the past 3 years, the social, economic, and security and order situation in the area saw significant improvements. Generally speaking, most secretary of the Ward's party committees come chairman of the Ward's People's Committee met the task requirements. However, with Ninh Kiều being the central district of the city, the work volume at the wards was high, while the capacity of some officers and civil servants was limited and has not synchronously transitioned with the party secretary come chairman of the Ward's People's Committee model. On the other hand, most units being piloted have not built to collaboration regulations between organizations in the political system, nor encourage officers in terms of perks or remuneration.
On the morning of March 25th, Cần Thơ Oncology Hospital held a seminar to mark the Social Work Day of Vietnam 2021.
Social work is known to be the link between the patients' relatives, and medical staff, connecting the kind sponsors and patients in blight. In the end of 2017, Cần Thơ Obstetrics and Gynecology Hospital established the Social Work Office, providing the services of customer care, public relations, helping disadvantaged patients, and training. Thereby, welcome and provide guests with information on medical services at the hospital, organize community-focused training programs, and mobilize funds for patients in blight. At the conference, many discussions from hospitals in Cần Thơ city area were reported, like the social work model at Cần Thơ Obstetrics and Gynecology Hospital, developing the social work models at hospital in Cần Thơ city, improving the approach to young boarding patients and their relatives through the patient companion model at Children's Hospital, navigating the implementation of patient care service with charges at Cần Thơ General Hospital, and marketing media model at Cần Thơ Obstetrics and Gynecology Hospital.
As part of a series of activities to celebrate the 90th founding anniversary of Ho Chi Minh Communist Youth Union, on the afternoon of March 24, Trade Union and Grassroots Youth Union of Hoa Hậu Medic Cần Thơ General Hospital coordinated to carry out activities with the aim at creating charity fund. The donation fund the hospital will deduct for patients in blood go to treat at the hospital and provide free medical care for policy families, the poor in remote areas, and so on. This activity also aims to promote the spirit of mutual love and educate hospital staff about love and sharing with the poor. Moving on the other news, on the morning of March 25th, Cần Thơ Association of Agent Orange Victims held a conference to sign mutual agreement in 2021. Demolition Block Associations with Specific Nature number 2, and more to follow. Accordingly, Demolition Block of Associations with Specific Nature number 2 implemented the task of emulation and signed mutual agreement, including the following contents: promoting treatments in 2020, promoting competition movement in the whole block, striving to implement the theme of the year 2021 of the City Party Committee, strengthening the building of a transparent and strong political system, to promote mobilization of investment resources to build synchronous socio-economic infrastructure, to build staff of cadres and civil servants with revolutionary morals and solid political qualities, will implement anti-corruption, practice script, and fight wastefulness in agencies, mobilizing officers and employees to actively implement the movement of the whole people, unite to build cultural life, joining hands for the poor and social charity work. In order to ensure the progress of Asian citizenship identification, in addition, the main fixed computers at the Office of Social Order Administrative Police, the City Public Security and Ninh Kiều District have arranged 8 more mobile teams at work in the district. In these mobile teams, the administrative police coordinate with dual policemen to investigate and make lists of number of cases for identification, broadcast loudspeakers to people come to mobile places in their attached wards to check relevant papers such as household registration, original identity card. Due to the large number of people coming for making the notification, the police had to work continuously until 10 p.m. to complete the number of people who arrived during the day. And now let's look at the weather forecast. That's all for Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. You can search this bulletin on kanthtv.vn. Thanks so much for your attention. Bye for now.